Hello Internet, how's it going? Today I'm going to be cutting this piece of melamine board into some workable shelves for my kitchen cabinets. I got this giant piece of material here, it's a 4x8 sheet, and I'm going to try to cut it here in my living room using a jigsaw. I'm going to try not to cut the floor. We'll see how this goes. All right, so this is the cabinet that needs the shelf. It's a corner cabinet. It has tons of space, but it has a small opening. And for some reason, the shelf that was in the middle here didn't come with the house. So that's essentially what I'm cutting. It's a little bit of a weird shape. It has this kind of 45-degree angle in the back, and it's gonna be, gonna have to make room for the door to close as well. So when I start a project like this, I typically like to take measurements and draw out my shape so I know exactly what it is on all sides. So I basically just took a measuring tape and I measured all of the distances from each side. I counted for the door to, give that some room. And I tried to account for this as well. One flaw that I came into is that I assumed that all these are 90-degree angles, like the ones that look like they are, because they're supposed to be, right? But the cabinets have some, some messed up parts where they're not exactly 90 degrees. So that's something to keep in mind if you're doing this for yourself. So how am I gonna do this without cutting the floor? Well, I have these guys. We'll probably be good, just, 30 and 5/8. All right, now the line is marked. I just have to get all these blocks lined up just right, so when I make the cut, the pieces don't go flying in different directions on me. Preparation is everything. All right, so I had to raise this up a little bit higher, but I think we're pretty much ready to go now. Hopefully this blade won't hit anymore. This big part here can kind of go away. I'm not really gonna need it. So I got the main cut done. Next thing here, I'm gonna line up for my next cut. And this one here has gotta be 30 and a half. All right, it's time for the next cut. Right down this way. So now I'm just marking out my finishing cuts. I had to do this corner over here. I had to confirm with this guy, this is an angle finder, confirm my angle is correct. All right, let's give this a go. Felt fairly good, actually. That one was not a bad cut at all. Okay, cool. Oh, it's coming together. Now I gotta reconfigure everything. If there's anything I'm learning so far is that if you're gonna do a project like this, doing it in your living room is not really optimal. Oh man, this thing smells so bad. Like, you cut into it, it's like this musty kind of smell. Oh, it's just disgusting. Disgusting. Here we go again. There we go. So that's the piece cut out of it, and I'm not gonna really measure too much, but seems like it cut all right. Doesn't cut totally straight, like that way. So if I was to do this again, I probably wouldn't necessarily use a jigsaw for the bigger cuts. Anyways, on to the last cut, and then we'll be pretty much done for the day. Let's the final cut pro. Let's get going on it. It's done. Complete. All right, well, I got this piece cut. Looks fairly nice. You can, if you can see it. And I'm just gonna do a quick test fit before I affix the edge. I'm gonna have to get some of those 5mm shelf pins. Same kind of scenario as my last shelf project. There's a bit of variance in the cabinet. Like the cabinet's not totally square, whereas the shelf is fairly square. So there's a little bit of gap here, but This isn't even really in straight right now. This is just kind of wedged in place a little bit. One of the last things to do is to put this edge tape on the visible sides of the shelf. Cut the piece to size and get it fitted on here. All right, so I'm putting this melamine edging on. I'm just gonna peel it all off. Just try to pray that it works well. Get rid of it all. There we go. You know.
Yeah.
I think that's probably fine.
Looks good.
Hopefully it stays. All right, I finally got it fitted, and it isn't perfect, but it'll do. The cabinet wasn't square, so there's a gap in the corner, if you can even see that. But there we are. Now I can actually organize my shelves a little bit. Well, there you have it. That is the whole project. It is complete now. Got this thing back on. So if you made it through the video, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your viewership. And yeah, I mean, yeah, got this thing all rocking now. So it's good to go. Now I can stay organized in my kitchen. So if you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button down below. If you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment if you like. Yeah, I'm gonna go try to find some other stuff I can kind of fix in this house. Peace.